A hot topic in AI content right now is all about plagiarism and copyright. Specifically, who owns the copyright if AI is creating the work? And we've also been asked, is this just plagiarism? Is this tool copying and pasting content? So let's talk about it in today's video. First, let's talk about how using AI affects the copyright of your content. The laws in the UK right now are very different than in America in the US. So in the UK, copyright is owned by the author of that work. And it doesn't matter if they used AI or not. But in the US, the copyright actually belongs to the creator of the AI tool. Hear that again. If content was created by AI, then the copyright belongs to the owner of that AI tool. Now, if content is humanly created, obviously the copyright goes to that human author. This is a really interesting copyright clause. And what this means there are two things you should be aware of whenever you're creating content with AI. First, you need to know who the makers of the tool are. You need to know if they are okay with giving the copyright back to you. Because if you are publishing this content on your site, obviously you want to own the copyright. You don't want to be embroiled in some lawsuit later where somebody else is claiming to be the owner of that copyright. I'm looking at you if you're copying and pasting straight from ChatGPT into your website, your blog, or your book. Just don't do it. With OpenAI being pretty open about the fact that they're going to do watermarking soon and move into commercial licenses for the use of their software in publishing, you really want to tread carefully, knowing that the copyright belongs to the owner of the AI tool. The thing we're really excited about at Content at Scale is this means that we get to pass the copyright down to you, which we are doing for our clients and for people that come to Content at Scale to get content produced. The way we structured our technology is proprietary. There's a mix of 3 different NLPs and even a proprietary piece of software that goes and crawls the top of Google. So the way this thing works is pretty unique to us. Meaning every time you click add content and you hit our button, create content now, the text being generated is always unique. It's written then and there by the actual tool. And the creators of Content at Scale, the founder, Justin McGill, who isn't funded by any other company, completely bootstrapped this himself, is willing and open to make sure that copyright goes down to you, the business owner, the marketer, and the publisher. So this is pretty special, and you won't find this in a lot of the bigger companies that have the VC funding and the backing by Microsoft and OpenAI. With commercial licenses coming on the scene, watermarking, and the US Copyright Office saying the copyright belongs to the creator of the AI tool, well, again, tread carefully. Make sure that the tool you're using passes that copyright down to you. And this leads me to the last question. Is content created by AI plagiarized? Is it duplicate? So let's talk about what plagiarized content is. It's when you take someone else's work and you literally pass it off as your own. You might copy and paste a block of text, put it under your byline, put it on your website. Sometimes this can happen without knowing it, and sometimes it can be intentional. That is not okay. That's not something we're okay with, and that's not something you should be okay with either. But that's not what these tools are doing. Artificial intelligence is now at a level with GPT-3, GPT-4 about to hit the scene, and NLP and how it works. It has access to billions of ways to say something. Honestly, this means it can write better than a human ever will. Our brains can't store billions of points of data pieces, but these robots can. So keep in mind that whenever you're generating content using a tool like Content at Scale with multiple language generators built into it, you're getting unique content each and every time. And you want to double check that to make sure, because you don't just want to say, well, Julia said so. So tools like Copyscape, originality.ai. Tools like Copyscape can help you find out in a second whether your content is duplicate or not. Copyscape is actually the leading tool I've used for the last 10 years, long before AI came to the scene, to find out if my writers were sending in plagiarized content or not. I believe it's a marketer's responsibility to know the truth. One reason I love recommending Content at Scale is because we have our own API connection directly to Copyscape. So whenever you hit that check for plagiarism, you can find it under the review panel whenever you click Request Plagiarism Scan, and that directly taps into Copyscape, and it'll tell you in a second whether your content is duplicate or not. As a marketer, business owner, brand owner, whatever your role is in this online business world, it's your responsibility to know copyright laws, especially if you're using AI to help you generate content. It's important not to be scared, but it's really important to be aware and to know that in written content, there is absolutely a shift now where the copyright actually belongs to the owner of the AI tool. And when it comes to AI generated art, this is interesting because there are more tricky waters happening here. In March of 2022, the US Copyright Office actually ruled that AI art can't be copyrighted. They said it lacks the human authorship necessary to support a copyright claim. In other words, it's not original enough. So if you're talking about AI art, well, that's a whole different set of trickier waters. So keep in mind that in this video, we're talking about written content specifically. And the good news is there is a ruling, there's a clear decision by the US Copyright Office when it comes to that copyright. The thing I would never ever do is ask ChatGPT to help me write a book and then take that content, put it in a book, or ask it to help me write website content, take that content, put it straight into a website. That to me, as a business owner, as somebody who does a lot of diligence around the content I publish, those are definitely scary waters. We really can't predict what Microsoft will do next, since they are the largest stakeholder in ChatGPT, but we can predict what business owners will do and people like Justin McGill, who created Content at Scale. This is a tool created by the SEO marketers for the SEO marketers. So you can kind of say by the people for the people. And with the proprietary language generation going on, you get a unique content piece each time. That's pretty special. And the copyright transfers to you. Okay, shameless plug over. My goal here was to help you be educated and stay aware of where the copyright is actually going in this new age of AI assisted content. So stay aware, know the truth, and when you use these tools, be hyper aware of how you're using them, where you're putting the content, and don't forget to really embed that human touch before you go to publish it so that your content still stays unique, genuine, and human. I'm Julie McCoy, the VP of Marketing here at Content at Scale. For more content like this, be sure to subscribe, follow our channels, and tell us in the comments what your questions are. I'd love to know so we can continue to help answer them and guide you in the right direction. I look forward to seeing you back here.